that play, let it run on repeat. Hot take, one shot, press play, new drop.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, America. Nick Man TV. Hey, we got a good show for y'all today. Yes, sir. Hey, welcome back, y'all, to the Nick Man TV. Today, I got a good show for y'all. Today, August 15th, we talking about sports today. First off, hope y'all having a good weekend and good morning to y'all. All right, so look, today we got the NBA opening night schedule, and I'm talking about Russell Westbrook, his retirement. I'm gonna go into the preseason of NFL, and also gonna talk about the Browns quarterback competition. I guess if you want to say competition, but the debut today, preseason game 1, Browns versus Bears. All right, but first, let me go and get into it though. Opening night for the NBA. You got let's bring it up. All right, we got the Celtics going to Detroit versus the Pistons. We got 76ers versus the Knicks, Thunders and Spurs. Opening night gonna be a good night though, you know, but starting after the first game. Now, Tatum, he should be back. Pistons enduring, they still going through their little troubles though. But by the time the opening night, maybe all this stuff will be resolved and they'll have a good game and things. But all right, so we got 76ers also too though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, matter of fact, give me 1 second real quick. My bad.
Nick Madden TV. We locked in every single episode. Tap in, tuned in, say it one time, say it with me. Nick Madden TV. Nick Madden TV. Big vibes, real talk, same fee, quick cut, fast laugh. That's speed from the hook to the end. That's the key. If you hear it in your fam, Nick Madden TV. Nick Madden TV.
So opening night, my bad, I'm back, y'all. Opening night, we got the 76ers versus the Knicks. Like I said before, the Celtics and Pistons, hopefully Tatum be back and everything be all right with the Pistons. But I'm looking forward to the 76ers game versus the Knicks. You already know 76ers got some players over there that they didn't have last year. They got Embiid on the screen here as the face of it right now. But you got LeBron, you got Jaylen Brown, you got BJ them, you got Maxey. They're going into New York versus the champions. This gonna be banner night. Now, the Knicks, they still got their team from last year. Now, this is gonna be a good matchup because I think both of these teams should be healthy. Key matchup, Embiid and Cat. Remember the playoffs? Hey, the Knicks really did it to him, and remember he was hurting. They got LeBron now, you know. So this is gonna be the best game of the night. You know what I'm saying? Now you going down to the Thunders and the Spurs. You got Wemby and Shea rematch from the Western Conference Finals. You know what I'm saying? So the opening night gonna be a good night, and then like you said, the second matchup and the third matchup gonna be my favorites ones for the opening night. You know what I'm saying? So opening night NBA gonna be fun. It's gonna be good to see how LeBron starts out with the 76ers, and it's gonna be you get the rematch from the Spurs and the Thunders. That's gonna be what's up though, you know what I'm saying? So NBA knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing, starting it out like this. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's move on to our next topic though. But NBA night, October 20th. That's when it's going down. That's when you gonna see who really back at it. What team got better? Can LeBron? Will Philly starting off dominating from the beginning of the season? And they going up against the champ, so we definitely got to be looking out for that. All right, let's push forward, man. Salute to Russell Westbrook, y'all. The man had a hell of a career. He went out like a champ, though. You can't say, even though he didn't get a ring, but the man went out like a champ, dog. So you gotta applaud that. You know what I'm saying? First ballot, Hall of Fame. I definitely think he's a Hall of Famer for sure. MVP, 2016 17 MVP, 9-time NBA All-Star, 9-time All-NBA, 2-time scoring champ, 3-time assist leader, NBA 75th anniversary team, Olympic gold medal, 27,176 points, 10,351 assists, 9,000 plus rebounds, 5th all-time in assists, 14th all-time in scoring. Hey, man, y'all give it up for Russ, man. And also, hey, I'm gonna show some footage to show y'all to pay Russ my respect. You know what I'm saying? Even though he didn't win a championship, I still think Russ had a hell of a career. I want to salute that man for being a dog every night. He brought it every night. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna take some highlights and honor that man's career, though. You know what I'm saying? And some people probably don't like Russ, you know, like the Skip Bayless of the world, but we ain't here to talk about that. But man, the man plays a hell of a ball. A hell of a game, though. He, like I said, he brung it every night. The motor never stopped. I think the Thunder will retire his jersey. You know what I'm saying? He's a Thunder for sure. That's his so even when he went to Houston, he was pretty good in Houston too, though, you know what I'm saying? But look at that pass. The triple-double man, triple-double king. One of the best rebounding point guards there is. Russ was a dog out there. Salute that brother, man. Of course, he wasn't just a pure shooter as like a Curry or something, but his game, he do the things Curry can't do, though. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Going and dunking into traffic. Woo, Russ broke him down, Russ. Don't do him like that. Look at Russ. Like I said, man, Russ had a hell of a career. You know what I'm saying? He a dog. Most people didn't like Russ, but hey, I like Russ' mentality. Even when, you know, he went to Washington, he did pretty good over there. When he went to LA, hey, you know, people probably got certain feelings about him going to LA. They was, you know, but I seen Russ at, hey, I'm a dog too, man. You know, they try to hire Russ, want to pull Russ off the bench. That's you know, he made a mistake going to LA though, especially playing for the Lakers though. You know what I'm saying? But look at him. Some great players, they don't win championships. Some do, and he's definitely he's a great player for sure. Like I said, the man gave it his all every night. You know what I'm saying? Lord knows Russ took a few shots where everybody watching said, Russ, why? You know, especially coming down the end of his career, you know, he was hitting the backboard, you know, on a couple of shots and things, though, you know. But, man, at Russ prime, y'all can tell Russ none, though. But put some respect on the man's accomplishment, you know what I'm saying? So, like I had just read down, let me bring it back up. Let me bring it back up on the man's stats. As y'all can see, man, you got to put some respect on Russ, man. The thing I remember about Russ, like I said, his motor. Russ played basketball like somebody told him the gym was shutting down, you know what I'm saying? He was grinding every night, you know what I'm saying? He played mean, you know. he played like one of those ones like, hey, you better get out of my way or you're gonna get ran over. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think his game with when he battled y'all, it wasn't personal, you know. Russ was, I'm coming to battle you, you my friend or not. Even when KD ended up leaving, you know, Russ went at him, shut him down on a couple plays. Because if y'all remember that first game when KD came back, hey, Russ was on it, dog. He was on it. To me, Russ is a Hall of Fame. I want to get that man his flower right here, though. Russ, right out in the sunset, brother. Your jersey definitely should be retired with the OKC. You know what I'm saying? So, big props to Russ, y'all. All right, let me move on, man. We got some quick picks here. Shout out to the Athletes Plug on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? They got a list of things where they want you to choose from. So, where we at? Y'all can see the screen. Y'all can see what you got on the screen. All right. Who has the best jersey in the league? All right, we got Seattle, Tampa Bay, Eagles, and Chargers. Out of this pick here, I'm going to go with Seattle. I like Seattle, that blue and that green, you know what I'm saying? That throwback, you did? So let's move on to the next quick pick. All right, which dual threat quarterback are you taking in their prime? Ooh. Put y'all picks up in the comments too now. You know, I ain't got to be picking it by myself, though. But in their prime, man, I probably would go with Vic. Cause before Vic, you know what I'm saying, went to, before Vic went to jail and stuff, I think Vic was definitely would be better than these three here. Not to saying that they're bad, but my second pick would definitely be Cam Newton. But I'm gonna go with Vic in his prime over these guys here, though. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's go to the next pick. Shout out to the Athletes Plug. All right. In their prime, would you want to out of these here? I'm gonna go Julio. I'm gonna go Julio. You know what I'm saying? Julio was a dog. If I had to pick on out of these receivers here, I'm gonna go with Julio. Andre definitely. Both of the Johnsons probably can be 2 or 1. You know what I'm saying? Chad definitely. Hey, Tonio AB wasn't bad either though, but I'm gonna go with Julio out of these picks here. Which QB you wish had a longer career? Man, of course I'm gonna go with Andrew Luck. I think Andrew Luck definitely would have won a Super Bowl if he hadn't retired so early with the Colts. And I'm a Colts fan myself, and it hurted me when that man retired, dog. So I got Andrew Luck on this. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, that's my guy, dog. Like I said, he definitely would have had a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, we got to get into some football, dog. Football season already started. Preseason. Let's look at the preseason scores. All right, Steelers versus the Packers, 28-9. Colts versus the Patriots. We tied. I think we would have won that game if couple of turnovers wouldn't have happened though. But Chargers and Texans, 27-7. All right, Buccaneers and the Jets, 24-16. Got Cincinnati and the Lions, 16-14. Cardinals, 27 to the Raiders, 14. Titans beat the 49ers, 19-13. Commanders, 20-7 against the Dolphins. The Broncos, 27-7 against the Falcons. Things that I heard over the news, the Falcons they booed their team. You know what I'm saying? It's a Stefanski era over there. So hey, they probably gonna be getting back at him for the mistreatment he did. You did. All right. What else news been going around the NFL? All right, Anthony Richardson. I mean, he played poorly and we knocked him down to the third string. So, hey, Ant-Man, I wish you luck though, man, but we definitely got to move on from you, being as a Colts fan that I am, though. You know, we got to move on from you. But who else? The Chargers and the Texans. I mean, that was a pretty decent little game and things, you know. But I gotta definitely See what else the Texans gonna be when they get on everybody else back when they really start. Cause I'm a Colts fan for sure. All right. Well, I just keep the picture the same though. It don't really matter. I just keep the junk the same. Cincinnati and the Lions. I don't know why I'm still stumbling over Detroit though. But hey, Cincinnati and the Lions. Joe Burrow, he's back in action. Look pretty decent out there, but I can't wait to see what they do in the season. Cardinals, hey, the Cardinals been putting up over there. Jeremiah Love look good over there running. Mendoza, he looked pretty decent. I think he got to settle down his feet in the pocket though. Titans and the 49ers, Cam Ward had some struggles, but more reps and things like that, he'll get better, Commanders and the Dolphins, like I mentioned before, I expect the Dolphins not to be that good. I'm gonna say probably win by 2 games this season. But right now they starting on a bad streak right now. Falcons and the Broncos, like I said, Stefanski got booed, and that's the end of that party. All right, let me get to what I want to see for the day. Shedeur takes the field, second half, third quarter. I'm tuned in, man. I'm tuned in today. Of course, hey, I'm rocking with 2 and the Broncos. Well, I'm rocking with 2 long as he starts. So, well, I'm rocking with 2 regardless, and the Colts. But I'm watching them Browns today. I got to see what Deshaun gonna do, how Deshaun gonna play, and I want to see how Shedeur gonna play. All the other stuff is over with now, y'all. All the other stuff is over with. All the preseason, not preseason, but all the all the training camp stuff. All the training camp stuff is over with. All that stuff over with. Let me remove that. But yeah, all the training camp stuff is over with. Shedeur and Deshaun, let's see what y'all do today. Like I said, I'm here rocking with Shedeur. I'm hoping he do good. I know he gonna do good, dog. But hey, I'm hoping and praying that he do good. Shout out to Jimmy Horn too for his press conference though. I forgot. I should have got that video though. But one of the reporters asked him about Shedeur battle competition. Hey, Jimmy said, "Hey, I pray that my boy do well or win this competition." And then one little scene, Jimmy was like scratching his armband, but as a Shedeur fan, put the wrist up. You know what I mean? But he didn't do it intentionally. But same time, don't ask me that question. You know who I'm rocking with. He really want to say, who I'm rocking with. So, Shedeur, he playing the third quarter. I'm going to be watching because I want to see what Deshaun do. You know how the Cleveland media is. They pushing him. Well, Mary Kay just came out saying, what she say? That led me to believe that Shedeur is the front runner for the starting job week 1. No, it don't. Todd ain't said that either, Mary Kay. Whatever, I probably ain't say the sentiment like you said already, word for word, but that's what you were getting to, going back to before training camp when you made that assumption too, though, that you feel and believe. I don't know, how do you feel and believe that, you know what I'm saying? But that's your feeling and your belief, Miss Mary Kay. Ain't got no problems with you. But Deshaun, I want to see what Deshaun do. Like I said before, I want to see Deshaun do good. Cause you see somebody else, hey, Shedeur gonna have to step his game up. He can't come out slacking. Although, even Shedeur gonna come out, try to be hot coming from the get-go. He ain't gonna come out just to wait and see, like, okay, what Deshaun do, then I'm gonna try to match it. No. He coming out there, I'm finna stack these days like I've been stacking them days. Today, I'm telling y'all, man, that boy gonna come out this third quarter. I hope he can get a touchdown on one of his drives, because the third quarter might come quick. But I'm hoping he can get a touchdown on one of his drives and things, you know what I'm saying, before he get taken out. But also he gonna be playing he gonna be starting preseason week 2 versus Buffalo. And my thoughts about that is him starting against Buffalo, they're going to be practicing together too, though. So he going to be getting those reps also too, though. My thought is he getting these reps against this team, because he finna play them. But They give him a jump start against their defense. He can see and practice the players' technique. He can see what they do, what not to do. If he make mistakes in practice, which I believe he probably will, he might throw an interception to somebody this week in practice. You know what I'm saying? So if he's just throwing one, he gonna be learning their techniques, their body movements, and things why they there practicing. So when they come into their game preseason week 2, he gonna know these guys just like that. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be looking out for that too, though. So you heard it here first on Nick Madden. When he practicing against Buffalo, he ain't just practicing, he's studying. He's studying their moves, techniques, seeing what the defense do, seeing what the player do. You know what I'm saying? Shedeur treating all of this for real like the season has started now, today. Matter of fact, it started yesterday. Matter of fact, it started the first day of training camp. You didn't think he would just okay, this is just training camp. Let me just warm it up. Let me just keep up with him. So no. He treating every day like it's elimination day. That's what Shedeur is doing. That's what I'm peeping from him. That's what I know he doing. Cause I've been rocking with him since college. I don't know the boy. I don't know the guy personally, but you can tell his demeanor about how he's go about his work. And what I've been seeing for years and years, every year, his demeanor stays the same. He ain't cracking. Although they NFL, whoever they tried to crack him, humble him, whatever they like to say, we want to humble him. We're not worried about humbling. He's already humble already. Y'all just take it to another level. You know what I'm saying? And it's another thing I wanted to touch on too about when I was watching the Cleveland sports show, the Ultimate Cleveland sports show. The other day it was just Bull, McNuggets, and G-Boy showing up. Bean. It was G. Bush and them on there, but anyway, Bull seemed so agitated, saying, of course, that he's a Cincinnati Bengals fan. But man, you can tell that McNuggets were getting tired of the stuff he was saying. Tyvis even had to come down in the back room just to tell Bull, man, hey man, you just know you being negative. They really calling him out on his negativity though. That's what they really doing though. Bringing the vibe all down in the room and things. McNugget, said a couple of sidebars, slick stuff saying, you know what, G. Bush, we the true ones on here, and what's the name? Oh, Bull, he even said himself, I don't even watch Cincinnati preseason or something like that. You know what I mean? You ain't keeping up with your squad, but you definitely got a lot to say about the Browns and the negative stuff. You know what I mean? So that's I like what McNuggets, G. Bush, Tyvis did, calling them out on his bull crap. You know what I'm saying? So it's messed up. It's a messed up world. He been treating this thing like it was the season already started. It's elimination for him. We can't do he got in his mind, I'm at least gonna keep up or I'm gonna be better. Keep up or be better. Keep up or be better, be better, be better. Stack them days though, Shedeur. Stack them days, dog. And I'm waiting for 12 o'clock today. 12 o'clock Central Time here. It kick off at Eastern Time. Well, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. And they're going to Chicago. They're gonna be in Chicago. That's right there away. So it's gonna be a warm day in Chicago. It ain't cold. We finna see what Deshaun do against live bullets. We're gonna see what Shedeur do against live bullets. Monken already said Deshaun gonna play with the ones, and then I think all the ones ain't gonna play the whole first half. They probably play a series, and then I think the twos might coming in. So he's gonna play a series with the ones, maybe two series. They probably play more than one. I think he's gonna Monken gonna definitely get them a lot of maybe 2 possessions or 3, and then go with the twos. And I think Shedeur gonna come in with the twos also. He won't be with the third string, I don't think. So he gonna be in with the twos also today. That's gonna be the key thing too, though. When Monken think he's smart. Hey, Monken's smart though. I like what Monken doing. Cause if I'm thinking it, this is how I'm thinking it. He play at least two possessions with the ones. All right. If he scores, he scores. I don't know, but he plays with the twos. Let's see how you do with the twos against the twos or whatever the Bears play. They ain't gonna play they starting on defense the whole entire game or half. So he gonna judge him about however he do the whole half of the first half. What do he do with the twos? You know what I'm saying? If Deshaun moving the ball, if Deshaun scoring, they're gonna be good too to notice. Then when Shedeur come in, even with the little third quarter, is he doing good with the is he doing good? How is he doing? Is he moving the chain? The same old thing. I do think well, they both got the same amount of reps, so you can't say, well, one has been with these guys the most, and this other guy haven't. No, they've been switching, swapping. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say, oh, he been with the twos all the time. He know them. You can't say that, Cleveland media, or you can't say oh, he's against the second string or the third string of the Bears, you know. Whereas if he struggles, they gonna be like, look at him, he can't even beat those guys. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be flip flopping it, pushing the goalpole no matter what. So regardless, Shedeur and Deshaun, y'all ball out today. Y'all make it hard for Todd Monken to put either one of you guys on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm going for two. Wrist up. That's for sure. I'm going with him to win the battle. And there ain't no knock against Deshaun or nobody else on that team. Because I want him to succeed, dog. I want Shedeur to succeed. That's right. But like I said, hey, we're gonna see what happened. Who gonna look the best out there with the twos, and then we'll take it to week 2. Browns, we're gonna see what's up though. But hey, that been my show for the day, man. Thank y'all for coming through. I'll be back with more, and I got some reactions to music reaction coming up too. You know I gotta do something to Starlito Junt. Him and Don Trip, and maybe some more Junts too though. But that been my time for the day, and I'm out of here.